well. So in the previous session, we understood how to create a file system. So before that, we created the volume and attached into the server, and we validated. Thereafter, we made the file system. Correct. So before creating the file system, you should follow those steps, like making the disk partitions, then creating the file system, then mounting. Thereafter, you can go and use it, validate it, and use it. Fine. So there are two types of uh, partitions. So primary and extended, and we discussed the limitations also. Correct. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, guys. I had a call. Fine. So now uh, there are two types of partitions. So one is primary and extended. So there will be another type which is logical partitions that may not important. So just remember two types of partitions, primary and extended. While creating the partition, you should select either primary or extended. And we discussed the limitations also, right? So limitation in the sense, only you can create either 3 or 4 partitions as a primary type, and extended is only one. Okay, if you go and select as a extended, then remaining should be primary only. Okay, it will allow only as a primary. So those handle we discussed, right? So these 5 points are very important. And end of the session, we discussed how in case your file system getting full, what in case your file system got full. So that scenario also we'll discuss, right? Now to overcome that, we are implementing this LVM. Everything same. Okay, but additionally here you will get a options like so here create, so create physical value. Okay, so shortcut is PVs. Sorry. And create volume group. Okay, so shortcut name is volume group VG. Then create logical value. Okay, so shortcut name is LV. So that's it. Additionally, you should perform these three steps, which will create your file system. That's it, guys. Fifth, sixth, seventh, how we did for the disk partition file system, right? In the same way you can. So here, creating the file system. Earlier we created the file system on top of the partition. Yesterday we created the file system on top of the partition. Now you can go and create on top of your logical value. That's it. Rest everything same commands. So this how to create and all I will explain now. Okay. The first step, everybody I think familiar, right? First one. Any questions on the first step? Anybody not sure about this? All are okay with this first step? Yeah. So second step, again I will show you second step onwards until the utilization. Okay. So even if you want, I can show the first step as well. Okay. Let me log in into my AWS machine. So this is my AWS account. So here one server is running. So if you want to create a volume and attach the value means, first you should log into your AWS. Okay, so You can log into your AWS, then move to the this EBS section, then under this you can. Okay, so then so here you have a option called create volume, then click on it, then you can provide the size and make sure you should select the same availability zone where your server is running. Okay, so what I will do, I will create with the 2 GB guys. Okay, and my server is running in my 1B zone. Okay, so 1B zone, let me create. Okay, so this is the second, this is the 2 GB size, so this is my second value. So this is the data disk, data volume 2. Why this guy Mansur having issue? Hey Mansur, why you are trying with multiple accounts, man? Fine. So I'm giving the name as a data volume 2. So this is my first volume and this is my second volume. And now I want to attach it. So select the volume, click on these actions, then click on this attach volume. Fine. See, available zone 1B. So under this availability zone, whatever the servers are exist, that servers will display here in the drag down. See, currently only one mission is available in this availability zone, AZ, which is running. Even if it is stopped also, it will list out guys here. Click on this and give the name, device name. You can go with the C, the next sequence. Okay, so go with C, attach a value. That's it. Okay, so this is the way you have to create. Okay, then you can attach. That's it. This is the first step. Now switch to your server. Go to your server, login through putty. Okay, then we will see. So let me go and log in my server. So instances. Did I log in? No, no, right? Yeah. Get the public IP and can go and log in through putty. C2 user, then my password. Fine. So I just logged in into my server. Okay. So now if you do this command, let me switch to router. Okay, to avoid that permission denied message. Okay, if you're trying with the EC2 user, definitely you will get the permission denied message. Fine. Now fdisk hyphen L, which will display the your exist hard disks, exist volumes it will display. See, total how many you have, total it will display. This is the first hard disk slash dev slash xvda, second one which is 4 GB. Earlier I added this and now I added third disk which is slash dev slash xvdc 2 GB with 2 GB size. Fine. Now I will go and make the partition and I will implement the LVM. Then I will create the file system and mount it. Okay. And disk partition, I will. This is the second step. Disk partition, making the disk partition. Okay, creating the disk partitions is the second step. Let me. Okay, so if you want to if you want to make the disk partition, so again you can use the same command fdisk and raw disk name. So my raw disk name is xvdc. Okay, hit enter. So already we discussed these options. Okay, see here, n for create a new partition, n for new partition. Okay, p for print the partition table. Okay, and w for write the table. Okay, and exit also. Write in the sense save the partitions and exit from the fdisk page. And d for delete. Fine. P for print, n for create, d for delete, w for save and quit. Q means only quit without saving. See, all options showing. Let me create. So I'm hitting the N. See, you should select either primary or extended. Okay, let me select the primary. Enter. Okay, then one for this one. Then first sector go with the default value, and second sector let me give plus 1 GB. Okay, that's it. Partition table has been created. Let me verify with P option. See, this is the partition name C1 slash dev slash xvdc1. Fine. Now I'm giving the W, which means it will save and quit from the fdisk page. That's it. See, I came out from the fdisk page. Now third step. So here interesting thing. So here we are implementing the LVM, logical value management. Okay. So here let me explain in the MS Painter, then you will get an idea. Okay. Clear so far? The same we are recapping, right? Nothing explained. Right? Am I audible? Yeah. Fine. Now LVM means, so how to implement and all we will see. What are the benefits with this LVM? All we will discuss. Okay. So now this is your raw disk. Okay. With the raw disk you created a one partition. Okay. Let's assume this is the one partition. The name of the raw disk is slash dev slash xvdc. So here partition name is slash dev slash xvdc1. Okay, so this is the partition name. Now what I will do, I will create a physical value. Okay, with the PV with help of this partition. Okay, the physical value nothing but it's nothing physical here, everything is actual only, but the name of name of this value called as the physical value. Okay, so PV shortcut name is the PV. Even in the real time also people are calling as the PVs with the shortcut names only PV. Okay, so how you are creating the PV means with the help of your partition only. Okay, the command is very simple. PV create. Okay, so PV create, then your partition name, that's it. This command will create the will convert this partition as a PV, that's it. Okay, then you can verify with the PVS command, or there is one more command, very useful command, PV display. Okay, both are same only, but this PV display will get will gives more information about your physical value. Then what you need to do? Thereafter, with the help of these PV, we are creating the volume group. This is very, very important. This is only our entire LVM workarounds with this volume group only. Okay, it's a volume group, nothing but a group of your physical volumes. That's it. Okay, so you can go and create one volume group with one PV. So you must create a volume group with at least one PV. So later you can extend the your volume group. So here we have few more space, right, in my partition. So how much I created here? I created with 1 GB, correct? What is the total of my raw disk? 2 GB. So how much remaining? Still I have 1 GB. So in future, this volume getting full, this volume got full means then again you can extend. Where you are extending means inside your volume group. That's also we will see. Okay. So you can create this volume group. Command is, these are similar commands, guys. VG create. Okay. VG name, then PV name. So here explicitly we are providing a VG name. This is your wish. Whatever you want, you can give the VG name. But the PV name, the same your partition name only, your physical volume name. This is only. Okay. Then again you can verify with the VGS command. Okay. Or you can VG display. These are the commands. Okay. Then let me create these two, then we will discuss the logical volumes. Okay. So now my partition size is 1 GB. Okay, my partition size is 1 GB because on top of the partition only I created my physical value. Correct. So my PV size is 1 GB. With the help of this PV, I created the volume group. So now tell me guys, how much my volume group size? 1 GB. That's it. My total volume group size is at this moment 1 GB. Okay. Out of this 1 GB, you can go and create n number of logical volumes. Okay. So let me finish it practically. Then we will again we'll come back to here and we'll create the logical value. Okay. So sorry. This is new server actually. I terminated that server. Okay. So fdisk -l /dev /xvdc. Okay. Oh, permission denied. fdisk -l /dev /xvdc. See, this is the partition. Okay. So this is the partition in my, this is the raw disk, third disk. Okay. So 2 GB size. So here my partition is 1 GB. Okay. Now very simple command. PV create partition name. What is the partition name? /dev /xvdc1. That's it. Hit enter. Command not found. See, this PV command, PV create, command not found. I am getting this error. What may be the reason, guys? Exactly. The whatever the PV command, the PV create command, the respective package is not installed, maybe service not running. Okay. So here by Amazon, So we are creating the server with Amazon, right? So this Amazon only having limited packages. Okay. So limited packages only it will allow at the beginning. So later if you want you can install from the Amazon repository, central repository. So the respective command is yum list LVM. Okay. Let me see. LVM2 I think. LVM2. So this is the package name. Okay. Now tell me guys, is this package installed or yet to install? Others? Okay. Jagdish, Maruti, Tarun? Exactly. That is what the answer. Okay. So we need to install because it is under available package list. Okay. Sometimes interviewer, even if you tell right answers also, they won't select you. Okay. So you should give more answers. Fine. So we need to install because it is under available package list. So now how to install? Yum install that package name. And I will pass this -y option. What is this -y option? Who else knows about this y option? See, this is what you are exploring. See, whatever I am giving right in the sessions, don't expect all. I should cover all the things. I will tell only 5% of the Linux. That's it. Okay, remaining 95% you should go and grab it. Okay, so if I am not giving -y option, see, it is expecting the input from the user. I don't want to prompt this one. That is the reason I am giving in the command itself -y. Okay, my acceptance -y. See, this time it won't ask. See, it won't stop. See, downloading, installing, verifying. That's it. All got installed. Okay, now we can try pv create. Pv create /dev /xvdc1. This time it won't throw any error. See, successfully completed. Then verify pvs. See, this is the pv. See, now this is not the partition. This is the pv now. Okay, and this is the format LVM2 format, and the size is this one. All size is available. I mean free. Nobody used this physical value. There is one more command pv display. So same command, but pv display will give more details about your pv, that name, where this map to which volume group, how much size, so blah blah things. Okay, and this is also very important. pv uuid, lv uuid will be there. Okay, so just remember. Now let me go and create the volume group. vg create, vg name I will give like java vg. Okay, and the suffix you can give as a vg guys. Okay, then pv name /dev /xvdc1, your partition name only, your pv name, that's it. Okay, hit enter. See, successfully vg also created. You can verify with vgs. See, now this is my volume group. How many physical values? At this moment only one. In future you can extend also. And logical value, just now I created it, that's why 0. We can create logical values also, and again we will verify. Then some attributes, permissions and all. Then my volume group size is, see, 1020 MB, in the sense almost 1 GB. Okay, the same, how much physical volume having the same size only my volume group also. That's it. If you want, you can go with VG display command also. See, there are plenty of attributes with your VG. Name, format, VG size, max LV, so VG size, PE size, so many things. Okay. Yes, yes, Harsha. Yes, yes, yes. That's what. So here, whenever you are creating this one, right? So whenever you are creating, this is not the PV now. This is not the partition now. Okay. So that is not the partition. So whenever you are creating, whenever you are executing, right? Then your kernel treat as a this is the physical volume now. Okay. So physical volume, but of course name should be same. Okay. So name should be same, but the kernel will treat as the this is the physical volume now because we executed this command, right? Okay. Then on top of this we are creating the volume group. So at this moment I have only one physical volume. Now let me go and create the virtual, I mean logical volume. Okay. I will create the logical volume here. Okay. So which is called as the LV. Okay. Now my VG size is 1 GB, right? I will go and create with 200 MB. Okay. Command also same LV create, but there are many options with the LV. Okay. So let me discuss those. Let me mention here. Okay. So LV create. Okay. Command is LV create logical volume creation. Okay. So command is LV create and the syntax is LV create. Okay. So hyphen N LV name. Okay. Hyphen N LV name. Then hyphen capital L. Then size of the LV. Okay. Then your VG name. Wherever you want to create the LV, right? That respective VG name also you have to provide. Okay. So this is the command. Let me write the example. LV create hyphen L. So I will give Java LV. Okay. So Java development LV. Like that I will give Java hyphen dev LV. Okay. Then hyphen L. So my total volume group size is 1 GB. Out of that, I want to create only 200 MB. Okay. So you can give like 200 MB. Okay. Make sure guys here capital L. Okay. Not small l, capital L. Then VG. What is my VG name? Java VG. Okay. Or else I will give app LV. App app LV. Okay. This is what you can give any name. Yeah, sure. Yes. Suffix is for your recommendation. If somebody sees what this means, if you see suffix as LV, then definitely he will come to know, oh, this is the LV. Okay. That's not mandatory. You can give any name, but go with the correct. We need to go with the standards. Okay. So even see if sometimes, so why I return here app to avoid the confusion. In case if I see Java LV, if I'm not giving LV means, so VG also Java, LV also Java. People will get confused, right? That's the reason I'm maintaining the suffixes here. LV and this one VG. Okay. Anyhow, let me give app itself. app LV, then I will execute this command and we'll see. Okay, so LV create -n app LV -l 200 MB. You should give MB, guys. Okay, don't leave with M. You should give B also. Then Java VG. See, LV has been created. Verify with LVS command. See, this is the LV name. This LV is under your volume group, which is Java VG, and this is the size. And there are many options. Later you can explore all this. Okay. In the same way, we have LV display also. See, many things. Okay. Now you can go and format this LV. I mean, create the file system. Okay. So now you can go and create this file system on top of this LV. Okay, then you can mount it. That's it. Command is same. Yesterday we discussed it, right? mkfs dot ext4. Then here you should give lv path. Okay, not lv name. lv path you have to mention. Where you can find the lv path means in the lv display command. So here this one you should get the lv path. So this one. Okay, lv name is app lv we given explicitly we given, but lv path slash dev slash vg name your lv name. That's it. This is the path of your lv. Okay, now you can go and execute. We will see mkfs dot ext4, then lv path slash dev slash java vg slash app lv. That's it. See, now the moment you execute this command, now this is not the lv now. Okay, so this is the lv path is slash dev slash java vg, okay, slash app lv, right? So now this is not the logical value. Now it converted as a file system. Okay, the same name, the file system name also same name will come slash dev slash java vg slash app lv. That's it. This is the file system name. Same lv name, lv path only your file system name. Now you can go and mount it. You can create any directory like app or Java, something, any directory you can create. Then you can mount this one into this file system. That's it. This mount point. Okay. So let me go and create one directory. mkdir maven app. Okay, so make sure guys you should create the directory under the root. Okay, so this is my mount pointer name. Then I will mount slash dev slash java vg slash app lv, then your mount point name maven app. That's it. Successfully mounted. Then you can go and verify dff and h. See, this is the my file system. How much size I given? 200 MB I given, right? While creating the LV logical value. So some stale partitions are should be. So that's why 182 MB. Even if you purchase a mobile and you can go and check the memory or hard disk, you may not get the full size. How many guys ever faced this issue, guys? You can go and check your mobile storage. Of course, it should show like 64 GB or 128 GB, but accurately you won't get all size. Yes or no? So here also same. Okay. So out of this is available and 1% is utilized at this moment. and it's mounted on the this one. Now, what I will do, I will go and download something. Okay, yesterday we downloaded, right? In the same way, I will go inside the Maven app. Okay, nothing here. Now let me download something. Okay, I think this is more than 200. Let me download this Maven. Okay, this is having let size. Yeah, it's downloaded. Now let me check. See, df-h giving all outputs, right? All other file system information also displaying. I don't want to display all means, then simply I want to display only this Maven app file system means, then you can give Maven app. See, this time only it will display only this one. See, now 6.6% is in the used. Okay, let me copy this file. Okay, so let me copy this Apache file as a Maven 1. Now it should be increased. See, now 11 percentage. Now let me copy again the same file Apache 1 into Maven 2. Let me multiple times copy. I want to increase the size, right? That's why. df-h dot also what it will give, the dot represents the current path. Okay, so I am inside this file system, right? So it will display the respective file system information. See, df-h dot space dot. Okay, so this dot, this current path is belongs to this file system. See, now 32 percentage. Okay, so let me copy few more files. So in the real time also your file system will get files, always getting the files under file system size will be increasing. See, now 57. Now let's assume my file system utilizing showing as a 99. Okay, so let's assume this is showing as a 99. Now I don't want to create another file system, but I want to extend this file system size. This file system size I want to extend. Currently it is 200 MB. So very important interview question. How to create a file system? That is first question. How to create a file system? This is a common question. And how to extend, how to increase file system size. Okay, so there are many possibilities, many things you have to perform as a pre-checks and precautions. What are the precautions you will take care before extending the file system, and what will be the checks you will perform? Okay, so very important question, guys. If you explain this question properly, easily, you will get the impression, then you easily will crack your interviews. Okay, now let me go to the paint, then we will see. So currently what I have done, so I have done here with my raw disk, I made the partition. Correct, what is the size here? 2 GB. With the help of the 2 GB, 1 GB partition created, Then I created the physical volume, okay, the same 1 GB. Then I created the volume group, okay, with the same this one with 1 GB. Out of this, I created one logical volume, okay, with the 200 MB. Now, out of this 200 MB, 99% is used, okay. So here total volume group size is total is 1 GB. Okay, how much free now? Correct. So out of this, free is 800 MB. Okay, and used is 200. Now my volume group is, now I want to extend this. I want to increase the size. Okay, with 500 MB. Is it possible to extend my file system as a 500 MB? At this moment, is it possible? Is there feasibility to extend my file system? Obviously, yes. 800 is free. 800 MB is available here. Correct. So my requirement is 500. That's it. How to extend? I will tell you. Okay. So here at this moment, I have a feasibility to extend my file system. So your file system nothing but your LV only, right? You can go and extend your LV, then automatically file system will get increased. Okay. So command I will tell you now how to extend the file system, increase the file system, extend the LV, all are same. Okay. So how to extend the file system now? How to extend or increase the file system size? Okay. So before that, okay, first definitely people will give the file system name, right? Sometimes people are giving mount point names. People they don't know, right? They will consider this mount point as a file system name. So what is my mount point here? Slash app one, correct? Maven app, sorry. So my mount point name is Maven app. This is the mount point. Okay. But my file system name is this one, slash dev slash java vg and app lv. This is the file system name. But the requester don't know about what is the file system, what is the mount point and all. They will consider as this is the file system. Simply they will give the request like a hi Unix team. I want to extend the file system size, and they will give this file system name, and the size also they will give. How much I want to increase? 500 MB. Okay. So as a system administrator, first you have to analyze the request and you can observe the inputs whatever they given. Okay. So this one, so this is the mount point name they were given, right? So you can go and log in into the respective server. The server also they will give. In which server they want to increase the means server also they will provide. So go to and log in that server. Okay. Then switch to the root. First you can check the utilization of the that file system. Okay. So currently 857. Let's think. So they want to increase. So here with the help of this command, I came to know the file system name. Okay. So this is the Java VG and app LV. Okay. Oh, this is part of the this volume group. Then you can go and check the VGS. Okay. See here Java VG exists. And how much available here? 820 MB is available. So how much they want to increase? 500 MB. Yes, there is a feasibility. Okay, then you can go and extend it. So command is LV extend. Okay, this is the command. Syntax is LV extend. Okay, hyphen capital L plus how much you want, you can plus size. Okay, then file system name or LV path. LV path. That's it. So in our example, LV extend hyphen capital L plus sign is very important. Okay, because we are extending, right, 500 MB, then LV path slash dev slash java vg slash app LV. That's it. Now let me go and execute this. Okay, so LV extend hyphen capital L plus 500 MB, then slash dev slash java vg slash app LV. See, successfully resized. Okay, so the logical value is changed from 200 to current 200 to 700. So total became 700 now, because 500 we increased, right? 2 plus 200 plus 500 means 700. Okay, now you can go and check the df-h. This one Maven app, still it is 200 only. This is also interview question. They will give one scenario and they will explain until here, but still you are seeing this 200 size only. It's supposed to show 700, right? But still showing 200 only. Why? Because your kernel still it is considering this the 200 MB. Then how to give the instruction to your kernel means you have to execute one more powerful command, which is e2 resize to fs. Okay, this is the resize to fs your LV path. This is the command. Okay, very important command. Then only your kernel will consider, oh, this guy modified the size of the file system. Okay, so this is the command resize to fs LV path. Okay, enter. See, now successfully file system at this is the path, this is the LV name, and mounted on this one became a new size. Now you can go and verify df and h and your Maven app. See, now 650 MB, almost 700 MB. That's it. Now see, used is reduced 16% now. Available is 520. Then again, people will come and add the data in your file system. Then it will be increasing, and again you will get a request. Hi Linux team, I want to increase the file system size. But very rare, because the moment you are creating the file system itself, they are giving huge amount. So like 100 GB, 200 GB, 500 GB. They don't want to again and again increase the file systems. Okay. So, but you should familiar with the file system increment procedure. Now let me know. So here I extended. Now let me know how much volume group free space available now. Out of 1 GB, 700 is used. Correct. I increased 500 here. So total use, exactly. That's it. Now my available size is 300. Now again somebody came and asking you to extend with 400 MB. Is it feasible? Is there feasible to extend the file system size? Obviously, no, because you have only 300, but your requirement is 400. Okay, so how you will come to know about these sizes means you can execute the VGS command. Okay, VGS command will display the utilization on your volume group. See, 300 available now, 300 free out of 1 GB, 300 only available. But still he wants to increase the file system. But your requester is not listening to you. Hey, I want to increase the file system. That's it. Then what you will do, guys? That is what you can go and check the availability physical values. You can go and check the PVS. Is there any available physical values? At this moment, there is no physical values, right? Only one physical value. Then what you will do? You can check partitions. Is there any partitions? Available partitions? So still we have 1 GB partition, right? Yes or no? But we haven't created, but we have the space here. So you can go on. Yes, you need to go and create partition, then convert into the physical value. Okay, then add this physical value into the same volume group. Then your availability will get increased. Then you can go and increase the volume, logical value. That's it, that file system. So this is the procedure, guys, you should follow. Okay, let me go and create the disk partition, then let me show you. So fdisk -l /dev /xvdc. See, currently I have only one partition. Total size is 2 GB, but I have only 1 GB partition. Still I have 1 GB space here. Okay, so I have to create it. Fdisk /dev /xvdc. Okay, print it, then create a new, type as a primary, go with second table and the default value. Then here I will give 500 MB. Okay, so plus 500 M. Here you now never supposed to give the MB, only give the M. Okay, remember, that's it. Second partition has been created and W save and quit from the page. That's it. Now you can go and create the physical value. At this moment only one physical value. I will create it. PV create partition name xvdc. What is the partition name here? Xvdc 2. That's it. See, physical value created. See, this one is created. Okay, so this one is created. This one is created, and I don't want to. I will not create another volume group because volume group is exist. In the same volume group, I will attach this. I will extend this volume group. Okay, so I will extend the volume group. How to extend means VG extend. VG extend VG name or PV name. I mean PV name /dev /xvdc. Sorry, VG extend VG name Java VG, then PV name. Now this is not the partition, PV name. Okay, successfully extended. Now you can go and verify with VGS. See, earlier there is only one PV. Now how many PVs? Two VPs. And if you observe, how much the total size? 1.5 GB. Now 800 MB is free now. Okay, 800 MB free. Now my requirement is only I want to extend the 400 MB. You can go and extend it. Now space is available, right? Getting, guys? In case if we want to increase, if you want to increase 2 GB means, okay, he want to increase with the 2 GB, then not possible at this moment. But still he wants to increase the file system with 2 GB. Then exactly. In the AWS, you can go and create another raw volume with a 3 GB or how much you want that one. Then make the partition. Then this is the different partition. Okay. So let me show you again that also. So currently you have, okay, you have 2 GB hard disk. Okay. This one we made two partitions. One is 1 GB, another one is 500 MB. Okay. Still you have space here, but that guy wants to more size behind that size. That's why you can go and create another raw disk, and you can make the partition. Okay, with 2 GB you can make. Okay, then as usual, how you created the physical volume here, right? So here two physical volumes you created from the first disk. Okay, the disk name is slash dev slash xvdc 1 and another one is the xvdc 2. Correct. Now this should be xvdc xvd d. Okay, and the partition name should be xvdd1. Okay, this will be, you can create physical volume with 2 GB. So here the same volume group if you can go and extend. This is what advantage of the LVM. Okay, so irrespective of your hard disk, you just go and create the physical volume. You can extend into exist volume group. No need to create another volume group, and you can increase the this one file system. See, so many benefits are there with the LVM. So the user doesn't matter, right? From where it is coming, from where to there to where my data is storing, doesn't matter. Simply he wants to increase the file system or he wants to add more data in the file system. So doesn't matter from where the files these volumes are coming and all. Simply he will go and access that this Maven app, this directory. That's it. Okay, inside your he is always increasing the data, the application getting like your YouTube, right? Always people are uploading, right? Keep on data is uploading. There should be those should be in your file systems only in the backend. This is what happening in the real time. Okay, so whenever you will get a request, first check the current size, check the feasibility, then accordingly you have to perform. Okay, so this much story you have to explain.